Good morning, children. So, today I'm going to take up chapter number 3 of your book Footprints Without Feet. Right? And the name of the chapter is The Midnight Visitor. The Midnight Visitor in itself shows that something, the action has been centered around night. It must be a night scene. Midnight Visitor. Actually, this is a story of secret agent Osable. Osable, who is expecting a very important report. You know, these secret agents, they deal with all secret things about the country or about a particular person, and they work for just saving that, preserving that, transferring them, and solving very difficult cases also. Right? Another secret agent, Max, threatens him with a pistol, having a gun in his hand and demanding the report. He wants to snatch away the report from Osable. Does Osable outwit him? Stories about the secret agent. Right? Osable, who has spent an evening with a writer named Fowler, and who had expected that he, as he would be meeting a secret agent, he would be looking into a lot of adventure, but instead rather he gets bored. This is another angle of the story. Right? When this fellow Fowler meets Osable, he gets quite disillusioned. Reason, he had expected that he would meet very lanky and lean and very alert sort of fellow, but contrary to that, he happened to meet a very fat and small height person, exactly the opposite of what he had imagined. So, how Osable gets rid of his unexpected guest proves his expertise as a secret agent. The person who comes to take away the report from him, how he is tackled and how he outwits him. So, my dear children, this is the story of two great secret agents who try to outwit each other, outshine each other by applying their mind and mental tactics. Let us see. It's quite interesting chapter. So, my dear children, are you ready with your books? Okay. We shall do the question answers and difficult words all together. Have a pen in your hand so that you can mark. Okay. So, Osable. First of all, there are two questions, but we shall do them at the end of the first section. Osable did not fit any description of a secret agent Fowler had ever read. Fowler, a writer who comes to meet Osable, and he had expectation that he would meet a very lanky, very smart, alert type of person, right? And he would get to listen to his stories, the story of bravery, but unfortunately, it did not happen. Osable did not fit any description of a secret agent. It shows he's somewhere. Fowler's expectation about a secret agent were not fulfilled. Following him down the musty corridor of the gloomy French hotel where Osable had a room, Fowler felt let down. Now, following him down the musty. What do you mean by musty here? Musty here refers to what? Having a stale, moldy, and damp smell. Means a very stale, stale odor, smell, smellish corridor of a gloomy French hotel. Gloomy means very dark, right? Gloomy stand for dark. Okay. dark or poorly lit. Corridor, you understand? Yes, the long passage of the building, veranda we call it, no? So, where Ausable had a room, Fowler felt let down. Let down? Quite depressed. Depressed means he was not his expectations were not fulfilled. It was a small room on the sixth and top floor of the hotel, right? And scarcely stand for hardly, only just only one thing, almost not, hardly anything you can say. Means he had hardly a setting for a romantic adventure. What do you mean by this romantic adventure? Romantic adventure here refers to what? But a romantic adventure means something very dreamy, very chanting, and very you can say charming, enchanting and charming work. You can say scarcely a setting of a charming and romantic adventure means he had come to listen to something very dreamy story. But he had not his expectations were totally not fulfilled. Fowler's expectation, I'm talking. Ausable was, for one thing, fat, very fat, and then there was his accent. Though he spoke French and German passably. What do you mean by passably? Passably means good enough. Passably stands for just well enough, or you can say tolerably well. He was speaking good. Though he spoke French and German very passably, he had never altogether lost the American accent. What does it show? That actually he had been an American person who had come to Europe, and he had learned French and German very quickly, and he could use these two languages very effectively, right? He had never altogether lost the American accent, and he had brought to Paris from Boston 20 years ago. Boston is in USA. He hailed from Boston actually. कहाँ से आया है? Boston से आया है. From where? Boston, USA, and he has been working here in Europe, especially Paris, just 20 years ago. So what was there? First dialogue. Hey, you are disappointed, Ausable said wheezily. Wheezily? There. Wheezily stands for with heavy heart, heavy breathing, you can say. Breathing very heavily, he said, oh, you who are disappointed. Ausable, disappointed? Although his heart was broken on seeing such a heavy person, na? Ausable said wheezily over his shoulder, just turning his head around. You were told that I was a secret agent, a spy. Spy, secret agent, same thing. Dealing in espionage. Espionage. What do you mean by espionage? Espionage stands for spying. Espionage. Actually, the pronunciation is espionage. Espionage. Okay? So, a very difficult pronunciation, but you will check it. Okay? And danger means I was a secret agent, a spy, dealing in espionage and danger. You wish to meet me because you are a writer, young and romantic. You envisioned mysterious figures in the night. Envisioned, anticipates, sees. Okay, imagines, you can say. You envisioned mysterious figures in the night. The crack of pistols, drugs in the wine, etc., etc. You thought a lot of things about me. I would meet a person like this. No. Instead, you have spent a dull evening in a French music hall with a sloppy fat man who, instead of having messages slipped into his hand by dark-eyed beauties, gets only a prosaic telephone call, making an appointment in his room. What does he say? Oh, my dear Fowler, you were expecting something else, but unfortunately, your expectations were not fulfilled. Instead, means you were expecting something, something enchanting, something attractive, but your wishes were not fulfilled. Instead, what you have spent a dull evening, or very boring evening here in the French music hall hotel with a sloppy means a very carelessly worn clothes, okay, fat man, carelessly clothed, uh, adorned fat man, instead of having messages slipped into his hand by dark-eyed beauties. Means what you had expected, I would meet a man who would be dealing with secret things, and some beautiful women, they must be moving around him, having some secret slips in their hands to be handed over, huh? Just like you must have seen in movies like this, है. So messages slipped into his hands by dark-eyed beauties get only a prosaic telephone. Prosaic means very ordinary, very common. Prosaic stands for very common thing. Okay, this is prosaic. Okay. Telephone call, making an appointment in his room. Oh, you have been bored, na? The fat man chuckled to himself. Chuckled? Laughed to himself, just like this sort of laugh. You know? This is called chuckling. Chuckled to himself as he unlocked the door of his room and stood aside to let his frustrated guest enter. They both were entering the room, and he opened his door and they both entered. Okay, you please come in first. Okay, they both were now entering the room. Okay? You are disillusioned. You are disillusioned, Oswald told him. But take cheer, my dear, my young friend, take cheer. What do you mean by disillusioned? Disillusioned stand for enlightened. Disillusioned. Disillusioned stand for enlightened. ENLIGHTENED. Okay, enlightened means when one comes to reality. But take cheer, my young friend, be happy. Presently you will see a paper, a quite important paper, for which several men and women have risked their lives. Come to me. Means I have very secret papers with me, and so many people are running after that. Someday soon, that paper may well affect the course of history. Why? In that thought is a drama. Is there not? Means it is not a drama, and that particular paper has such a great importance that would create history. Means that can change the course of history. So important that was. Okay, is there not? Now, as he spoke, Oswald closed the door behind. Then he switched on the light. As light came on, Fowler had his first authentic thrill of the day. The first authentic means real thrill, excitement of the day. Fowler means for what he had come, it was simply the most exciting moment of his time had come. Yes. For halfway across the room, a small automatic pistol in his hand, stood a man. Oh my God! As he crossed, what happened? A man was already in the room. Oh my God! How did he enter? Beta, keep stuck to page number 15. Okay? There. in the picture you must be seeing now. Huh. As they both entered, a man was having a pistol in his hand and he was pointing the gun towards both of them. From halfway across the room, a small automatic pistol in his hand, stood a man. Oswald blinked a few times. Just blink means his eyes. He blinked his eyes. Oh, Max! He wheezed. Wheezed, spoke heavily. You gave me quite a start. Start? Surprise? I thought you were in Berlin. Oh, what are you doing here in my room? What are you doing here in my room? Max was slender. Slender, very slim. Max was very slender. Okay? You know where we are studying now, right? Yes, Max was slender. There. Max was slender, a little less than tall, with features that suggested slightly very crafty. Crafty means, crafty stand for very clever. Crafty stand for clever. Pointed countenance. Countenance here stand for appearance, expressions you can say. Accounted at the expression of a fox means he appeared to be clever, very shrewd rather you can say. There was about him, aside from the gun, oh, nothing especially menacing. Menacing, very alarming. Nice. Nothing very especially very alarming. He looked a very slim young fellow and was quite charming man, but very crafty appearance he was having. The report, he murmured, means why has he come to the room? Oh, my dear, give me the report that he was having. The report that is being brought to you tonight concerning some new missiles. Oh my God! The report was somewhere concerning missiles, means some deals of weapon was involved. I thought I would take it from you. मैंने सोचा था I would take it. Means why had this man come? Max, why did Max come to his room? Actually, he was another secret agent and he wanted to take away the report from him. That was very important. It will be safer in my hands than in yours, my dear. You must have seen dialect. You must have heard some dialects like this in movies, na? Oh, ये paper मुझे दे दे ठाकुर. Such like this. Yes, it will be safer in my hands than in yours, my dear. This was there. Oswald moved to an armchair and sat down heavily. What did he say? I'm going to raise the devil with the management this time. I'm going to raise management this time. What was this? Means he sat down and started speaking to himself. Means management. Management of what? Management of hotel. Means I would take this matter to the management. Why? Means he was worried how this man came to my room even in my absence. I would raise this issue. पूछूंगा management से. I would just ask them. I'm going to raise the devil. What do you mean by this term raise the devil? Raise the devil means I will raise this issue. I will take this complaint to the management this time and you can bet on it. He said very grimly. Grimly? What do you mean by grimly here? Grimly stand for seriously. Grimly stand for seriously. This is the second time in a month that somebody has got into my room through the nuisance of a balcony. Oh my God, he created a story here. Oh, this is the second time a man has entered in my room from the balcony. Balcony, oh my, he was at 6th floor and balcony was outside the window. Yes? So with a nuisance. Nuisance means annoyance. Annoy a person when gets annoyed. Okay? Fowler's eyes went into the single window of the room. Means outside the window, he just wanted to make it. He wanted to give an impression that outside the window was what? Some balcony was there through which he had come. It was an ordinary window against which now the night was pressing blackly. Pressing blackly, it was absolute dark night. Means it was complete dark. Balcony, Max said. Means he was surprised. There was a balcony outside even. There was a balcony. Oh, with a raising inflection. Raising tone. Inflection here stand for? What is inflection? Inflection here stand for raising tone. Yes. The change in the form of word. Form of a word, the impression. Oh, is that so? Balcony? Raising voice. It might have saved me some trouble had I known. Means actually he had entered the room through some other way. But he says, if I knew if there was a balcony outside, I should have used it and I should come from there. I should have come from there. Oh, it is not my balcony, Asabel said with extreme irritation. Extreme irritation with all sorts of annoyance. परेशानी के साथ है ना? He said, oh, this is not mine. With extreme irritation, it belongs to the next apartment. He glanced explanatorily at Fowler. You see, Fowler, as though he wanted to make Fowler even confirm that there was a balcony outside. You see, he said, this room used to be part of a large unit, the room he was living in. And the next room means these two rooms, his room and the room next, that was part of a big room. They were the parts of big room, next room all together. Through the door there used to be the living room. It had the balcony which extends under my windows now. You can get onto it from the empty room 2 doors down, and somebody did last month. The management promised to block it off, but they have not. What does he want to say? He actually, his room was a part of big room and balcony was there outside, and even he had complained the management also that balcony, the passage to the balcony should be blocked, but management did not pay any attention, and he was telling this thing to whom? To Fowler. So this has happened to me. So my dear children, I'm going to finish here today, and hopefully in my next lesson I will finish it. But I am going to give you some questions to solve. I'll give you some questions and you will do them yourself, okay, based on the reading. Okay, goodbye.